Hi, welcome to Mastering C++ Unlocked. In today's session, we are going to explore one of the fundamental concepts in C++, functions. Function allows us to break down complex tasks into smaller, manageable pieces of code, making our programs more efficient and easier to understand. We will cover two key areas: predefined functions. These are the built-in functions that come with C++, designed to help you perform common tasks without writing the code from scratch. User-defined functions. These are the functions that you as the programmer can create to perform specific tasks tailored to your program's needs. By the end of this lecture, you will understand how to use both predefined and user-defined functions to structure your program more effectively and make them more reusable. So whether you are a new to C++ or brushing up your skill, this session will give you a solid understanding of how functions work and how to implement them in your code. Let's jump in and get started. Function in C++. A function in C++ is a collection of statements grouped together to perform a specific task when executed. Purpose of function is organize code into reusable blocks, help make code easier to read, maintain and debug. Types: predefined functions, built-in function provided by C++, library e.g. count or square root. User-defined functions, function is created by the programmer to perform specific task. Example of function in C++: predefined functions and user-defined functions. In predefined functions, cout is a predefined function, whereas int a or int b is user-defined person. Let's explore more. A predefined function from the C++ library. A predefined function is a function that comes with C++ standard library. These functions are ready used and don't require you to define the logic. Common example include cout for output and cin for input, and mathematical functions like square root for calculating the square root of a number. The purpose is predefined function helps simplify programming by providing commonly used functionality, so you don't have to write these functions from scratch. Example code is include IOStream, import the predefined function for input and output. Int main, predefined function cout to print text to the screen. Cout, hello world, and L is a built-in function from the IOStream library that outputs text to the console. Predefined functions make programming easier by handling common tasks like input, output, mathematical calculation, etc. Other example of predefined function in C++ is square root. Calculate the square root of x from CMath library. Resume the absolute value of x and power xy raises x to power of y from the CMath library. User-defined functions. A user-defined function is one that the programmer creates to perform specific tasks. These functions are custom made to suit the need of program and help improve organization by breaking down complex operation into smaller manageable parts. Purpose is encourage code reuse, write a function once and reuse it whenever needed. Simplifies complex problem by dividing them into smaller subtasks. Improve readability by giving descriptive names to block of codes. Step by writing a user define, function define. Define the function's return type, e.g. int or void, name and parameters. Function definition, write the code that define what the function does. Log a to the sum of two numbers, return a and b. And function call is use the function by passing the necessary argument in the main function or whenever required. At C program calling the function by argument 3 and 5. User defined functions include IO stream. This is a preprocessor directive that tells the compiler to include the standard input output stream library which is necessary for using CN and Cout. Using namespace, this allows you to use the standard library feature like Cout and Cin without having a prefix them with standard. String, this is a return type of the function, indicate that it will return a string even or odd. Even or odd. Check even and odd. This is the name of the function. It indicates that the function will check whether a number is even or odd. Int name, this defines the parameter of function. It takes one argument num, which is the type of int. This name is the number that function will check, integer. If num divided by 2 equal to 0, this is a if statement that check if the number num is even. Num divided by 2, this is a modus operation. It calculates the remainder when the num divided by 2 equal to 2. This check if the number is 0. If true, it means the number is evenly divided by 2, so it is even. If the condition num divided by 2 is the true, the function return the string even. This tell caller the number of even is tell. Else, if the number is not divisible by 2, i.e. the condition if the if statement is false, the else block will execute, and if the number is odd, the function is return the string odd and indicating that the number of divided by 2. The curly braces closes the function definition. Now the main function is the point entry point in the program. Execution begun here. User input number, this declare as an integer, a variable named number to store user input. Cout enter a number, this prompt the user to enter a number. Cin number, that reads the user input and assign into the variable number. Check even and out, add out. This call the check even odd function with the user's input number from this one and an argument. The function will return either even or odd and the result stored in the results from here. Outputting the result, Cout number is result. This puts the result of the function telling the user whether the number is even or odd. And end of the main function return 0. This end the main function and return 0 is indicating successful program execution. Okay, let's say the number is input 4 and program will check odd or even. If the function is true, the return is even, and if the user output is 5, the program will call check even and odd. Since 5 divided by 2 equal to not 0, the function will return odd and the program will print it. Predefined function in C++ are already provided by libraries and make common tasks like input, output, or mathematical calculation easier. And user-defined functions allow programmers to define their own custom logic, enabling code reuse, simplifying tasks, and improving readability. Thank you.